All right, so Ebro had a bad take. People are giving him a lot of flack and shit for it, and nobody better than Big Ack, Lil Ack, whatever you address him as. DJ Akademiks is here, and he eviscerates Ebro for his take on Lil Uzi Vert. Now, I remember there was a time, Lil Uzi and them just popped off. And then Lil Uzi was doing a little interview at Hot 97, and he said he doesn't rap on certain beats. And they played this other beat and Uzi freestyle. And then Ebro, was looking a little snooty and shit like that. Like, oh, I don't even rap on these beats. It's not hip-hop. And it was like one of those where it's like, we had to look at the older generation like, yo, sadly, there's a new wave. Some of this shit y'all like, the new age people, the new wave don't give a fuck about this. Y'all niggas just gotta understand that whatever your definition of hip-hop is, that's perfectly fine. But y'all also got to adjust with the times and realize a lot of these young kids ain't come off that. They want to rap on 808s. They want to do this, and that's perfectly fine. You can't hate that. You can't hate that for it. You can't hate them for it. Fuck, you can't hate them for it. I think I got it right the last 2 times, but whatever. But basically, bro, this is what they grew up off of. That boom bap and all that other shit, niggas didn't grow up off that at a certain point. And let's just go from 2016 onward. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas, yeah, they wasn't like fucking digesting that type of sound. They were on a different type of sound. So it's not surprising they gravitated more towards these type of sounds, and this is what they wanted to rap on. And it's not hate, and they had their little pocket, i.e. the SoundCloud era or the mumble rap era or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And that's perfectly fine. So yeah, I do remember that happening. Ebro was looking at Lil Uzi like, yeah, that wasn't the best take. I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't the best take Ebro had. And I'm pretty sure now he's probably like, yeah, I thought y'all boys was gonna be out here, but some of y'all boys had some staying power, my bad. I'm pretty sure, but it is what it is. But let's see what Ak has to say about it. So Ebro recently called his predictions about Lil Uzi's career the gift that keeps on giving, even if fans are mostly clowning him. DJ Akademiks has absolutely no sympathy for Ebro Darden. As well, I don't think these niggas get along. Anyways, and that's funny because I swear Ebro and Nadeska have like a little podcast, and I would assume Ak and Nadeska are somewhat cool. But anyways, as they represent 2 opposing sides of hip-hop media and do not like each other at all. Ak supports the new school like Lil Uzi, whereas Ebro infamously said Uzi would be struggling right now 10 years later. Oh, and okay, yeah, 2016, 2027. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. And amid folks recently revisiting Ebro's hot take about Lil Uzi Vert, the streamer and commentator feels vindicated by folks clowning the Apple Media podcaster. Yada yada yada. A clip of Zoom reacting to the conversation around Darden's take on the Philly MC. I learned from watching these guys referring to Ebro what not to be, he remarked. You can be like Ebro and think you're bigger than the program, or realize that you're wrong, that's what these N-words never did. They still have that gatekeeping mentality. You can't divorce the idea of music, and culture will always move on. Yes, culture will evolve and move on. Doesn't mean we don't remember what came before and hold reverence or a deep reverence to it, but that doesn't mean like, bro, it has to be status quo forever. There's always change. Change is a part of life. If life never changed, niggas want to grow. Niggas will just stay. We will just stay kids, pretty much. We'll never grow up. We'll never age. We'll never have new interests. Never find our passion. So it is what it is. From there, Akademiks criticized Ebro supposedly changing the narrative and moving the goalposts concerning his Uzi take. He said he's not a good person at all to be running editorial playlists for Apple Music because he's not tapped in and he's too nostalgic for the 90s. Ak clowned Ebro's exit and claimed his stubbornness makes him unfair and biased. I will say this, and again, if Ebro tries to spin it, bro, we all seen what you said about Uzi around that time. Nigga, you were wrong. You were fucking wrong. It's okay. You were wrong. You thought that nigga didn't have any staying power and he probably would have been out of here very quick. It shows, further test of time, that 10-year gap you gave him, Uzi's still relevant, Uzi's still doing his thing. So at that point, you have to acknowledge, okay, maybe I was wrong. I thought this kid would have been out of here. He's still doing this thing. My bad. That's really all you got to say. I was wrong about that. And you could keep pushing it on. Now, Akademiks already don't like you. It is what it is. It is what it is. Again, I'm not going to say he shouldn't make editorial playlists. Now, sadly, he came up in the 90s, and that was probably the purest form of purest form of hip hop for him. It is what it is. I remember when Everyday Struggle was a thing. I remember when Akademiks and Joe Budden would go back and forth about Kodak Black, because at that time, Joe Budden wasn't really tapped into Kodak Black, but he tapped in and he came back. He's like, you know what? Kodak, okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay, for those unaware, DJ Akademiks and Ebro clashed a lot in the past. They took opposing sides to the Drake and Kendrick battle. Oh, God. And their social media spats dates further back than that. In addition, they fought online over their support of other artists like Vic Mensa. I can Vic Mensa cool right now. I think they is. And you know what would be dope if Vic Mensa drops an album, he has an act like narrate on it on like one of the songs and shit. That would be tough. Anyways. All in all, Lil Uzi Vert's probably looking at this Ebro situation with slight glee, as they can say they proved him wrong for the most part. As for Akademiks, he will never pass up the opportunity to trash Ebro, and the latter is always appreciative of Act's free promo without stepping down from his stance. We'll see if they have another clash anytime soon. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It gets to the point, like, especially, I don't know how Ack has this much energy. It might be the Henny, who fucking knows. This nigga be yelling at niggas, beefing with niggas all the time on live stream. I don't know how he does it. I be looking at that nigga sometimes, like, Jesus. Like, that ass. I be looking, I'm like, nigga, how you do this all the time? For real? You just doing all this, my G? But anyways, that's really all I have to say about the situation. What do y'all think about this little situation? Ebro was wrong. Let's keep it a buck. That nigga was wrong. It was what it was. But what do y'all think? Y'all know what it is. It's your friendly neighborhood K.A. signing off for today. The Black TJ Dead Wilder doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe. You trying to hit a little bit more, you heard me. And I'm gone. Slimes and P-Shells gang. Aye.